So there we go. The Irish have won at the Aviva, beating England 32 points to 18 in emphatic style. It was an incredible performance from the Irish. Here's my match review and my reaction of the game. As always, if you're new here on BS Rugby, be sure to subscribe. It's free to do as we push towards 1,500 subscribers. And also let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And yes, we will get to that red card. So let's kick off the game by talking about how I thought the game was going to go. I thought England would bully Ireland up front. I really believe that. And actually, my preview, I backed England to win this one by 15 points to 20. By plus 15 points. How wrong was I? What a performance from Ireland. What really impressed me was their physicality and their intensity up front in matching England physically. One of the players who really epitomised this was Henshaw. Robbie Henshaw was brilliant throughout the game. He read the plays of England so well, and his physicality and the intensity in his tackles was brilliant throughout the match. Again, another one who stood out has got to be Tadhg Beirne. Probably one of the favourites for the Lions in the lock position. His ability around the park, but more than anything, at the breakdown, disrupting that English ball, that England machine that just couldn't quite get it going in the end. But England, for them, they were just bullied. They were absolutely bullied. And yes, there were some maybe questionable refereeing decisions, but you've got to say, on the whole, Ireland was so good today and so up for it. And Sexton had spoken previously about there's a performance in us, and we saw that one today. Let me know, though, in the comments down below, who's your man of the match? Was either Henshaw or was it Tadhg Beirne? Let me know. The other big point of the game we've got to talk about it is the red card. We've got to talk about the red card. Is it a red card? Well, let's quickly analyse the situation. Billy Vunipola receives the ball just inside the 22. Bundyaki, who came in for the injured Gary Ringrose, goes in for a tackle. He tries to wrap. He sort of wraps. He makes connection with the shoulder to the lower chin of Billy Vunipola. Now, as a referee, the first thing you've got to do is ask the question, is this a red card? And you have to work your way down, seeing if there's a reason why you can work your way down. The referee clearly felt that it was a clear knock to the head. There's no mitigation according to the referee. And so he said it was a red card. What is my opinion on it? I can see both sides. I can absolutely see both sides. I can see where Ireland will be felt hard done by due to the fact that Bundyaki is a little bit lower down than Vunipola. Vunipola is a bigger lad. He's coming in at a difficult angle, but the rules clearly state that connection with the head. And we've seen it throughout Premiership games. We've seen it in the Pro 14. We've seen in this year's Six Nations that things very similar to that very often get a red card. It's important to remember, as I just alluded to, that ref always works his way down, not works his way up towards a red card. That is the protocol. That is how referees have to referee a game. The crazy fact, though, is that this didn't really affect Ireland all that much. Although England did get 2 late tries, Ireland still looked on the front foot going forward physically. They were still getting over the gain line. They were still getting some dominance at the scrum. And I thought that the players who came off the bench really put a shift in as well for Ireland. But it's a red card. I'd be intrigued to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's finally have a chat about how will both teams look back at this campaign. For Ireland, 3 wins out of 3. Of course, they managed to beat Scotland, Italy and England. 3 teams, especially 2 teams that you'd expect them to beat. And they would have come into this competition hoping to compete. But on the whole, Ireland fans, do let me know in the comments down below. But I think you'd be pretty pleased with some aspects of your game. I think your kicking game, your territorial game, you're getting the job done was brilliant. You'd have wanted to see more expansive rugby, I'm sure. But to be competitive is what Ireland really would have wanted this year. And they certainly were there or thereabouts. And a lot of players would have put their hands up for contention for the Lions. Oh, man. It's a different story for England, isn't it? 2 wins out of 4, beating France and beating the Italians. The big question mark now has got to be about Eddie Jones's selection, not picking a lot of players who were on form in the English Premiership. Lots of names out there. The Simmons brothers, how they are not in the squad, especially Sam Simmons, who scored 12 tries in 13 Premiership matches from number 8. The Savvy's boys have looked rusty throughout the competition, but it's not an excuse. For whatever reason, it's not worked for England this year. It seems that when they get into the business end of games, do they really have the bottle to be able to hold on? We saw it against France, but in other games, we've seen that control that grip of a game, really lose their grip on it, and they've really struggled in that sense. It has been good to see some players come through, though, and have some experience at this level. But there's a lot to work on for England ahead of next year's Six Nations and ahead of the World Cup in 2 years' time, which many a nation will be looking forward to. But anyway, that's my review of the game. That's how I saw it going. Those were the big talking points from the match. As always, if you have enjoyed, do subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, we'll be doing a watch along for Wales versus France, going live at about 7:45. So you might be watching this now while the watch along is long. So do go check it out. Make sure to join us for that one. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the rugby over the weekend so far. Subscribe. We're pushing towards 1,500 subscribers. And I'll see you very soon here on Brandon Smith Rugby. Peace.